Now that we have flash shift, I would say the movement is about to start getting a little bit faster, and then when we get speed booster, even more so. So let's begin. So starting with flash shift, the first thing we're going to do is, once again, as Metroid does, is that we're going to use it. So we're going to flash outside of the first door. Pretty simple, just jump and flash. And then next we're going to jump and flash again over this enemy. You kind of want to make sure you jump to the top of the... Make sure you want to jump on the top, so that way you are not hitting this guy at all, because he will be annoying, to be quite honest. I would know, I've gotten hit plenty of times. So yeah, 2 flash shifts. So now I think we're going to start having to count our flash shifts now that I think about it. So this might be a bit rough, but we'll see how this works. So you don't have to wall kick here. I did. Wall kicking is fine. You can wall kick here, or you can also just grab this ledge and do a little ledge hop. Either works just fine. To be honest, once again, options, not too big of a deal. You're going to take this guy out, and then what you're going to do here, take that guy out, 2 flash shifts, and then this part's a little bit important. Because I used to mess this up quite a bit. So what we're going to do is that we are going to jump onto this wall right here, wall kick. Make sure to hold your jump for a little bit longer than you normally feel like you would, because that way you will have enough height that when you flash shift backwards, you will not activate the pressure pad. If you don't hold for long enough, you will activate that, and that will cost you time, which is not what we want. So do that. Once you pass that pressure pad, you can morph into the water. Once again, morphing is faster in terms of fall speed. And then we're gonna head towards the door. So once again, I want to bring this up again, because I'm going to be really annoying about this all the time, I promise, because I used to mess this up a lot. Once again, in the water, what we can do is jump backwards, jump onto the ledge. We're going to do that here, and we're going to do that right here. Jump backwards, jump onto the ledge. This just important. Just try to remember that. So yeah, and then we can head towards that door. We're going to keep falling. And then there's actually 2 things we could do here. I'm not going to show the Barenia pseudos. Maybe I'll link a video to it if you want to see it. I don't think that they're important to learn. I still don't use them, and I have a 11750 with a sum of best of a 11440s or around there. So I don't think they're necessary at all to get a good time. So I'm not going to teach them right now. That's an option that you have. I might link to them, but once again, not important. So I would take out these enemies so they don't annoy you later. And then we're going to break these blobs over here. And then we're going to take out this one. Important here, something, because we're going to introduce a new glitch very soon, maybe in like 20 seconds in terms of runtime. Probably less, to be honest, like 15, 10, I don't know, numbers, whatever. So what we're going to do here is that we are going to lay down a bomb to break this block right here, because this is a bomb block. And we're going to position Samus right next to it, but not where she can hit this ledge over here. We want her to be able to activate this glitch. It's called water bomb jump. So we want to be able to activate the water bomb jump glitch. So what we need to do is we need to position Samus, or we need to get Samus to get hit by a bomb underwater while she's in morph ball. And then it's a very simple activation of the glitch, is that you just unmorph while you are in the air. That's it. You just unmorph after you get hit with a bomb in the air, and the glitch is activated, and we'll be able to use it in the next time we need to perform the water bomb jump, essentially. So I'm gonna get hit, unmorph, and then we're gonna do quick charges here. I think I have to do 3 because I accidentally hit all the enemies, but you can do quick charges right there and break that blob. So to make that easy. So now we're gonna activate the water bomb jump glitch. So I do want to point out that you have 2 options here before you do the water bomb jump, is that you can go all the way, and this is really, it's not that big of a deal, I promise. It doesn't even really waste that much time, and it is more consistent because it is the way that you're supposed to go. You go all the way up here, and you basically go around, and you will end up at this platform and where you need to be. So that is an option. So, but in this case, we're going to do the water bomb jump. I guess that would be considered the beginner option. The more intermediate is the water bomb jump. So you can wait till the platform is all the way down, just if you're more comfortable with that. You don't have to do it as fast as I did. I don't know why I did this fast, but yeah, this water bomb jump is probably one of the more annoying water bomb jumps in the game, in my opinion, because it is a diagonal bomb jump. So what you want to do is you want to jump, press morph, press Y, so that way you activate the bomb, and then you want to basically jump, morph, get hit by the bomb in that timing, and then head onto this platform right here. So that is essentially the water bomb jump. It can be a little tricky to get the time down. It took me a while. I remember when I was first starting the game, this is probably one of the most frustrating rhythms to get down for me. So once again, there is another option in terms of going all the way around. No, it's not all the way around, but going the intended way, essentially. And it doesn't waste that much time. But it is something to practice before you start doing it in runs, is that water bomb jump. It is difficult because it is diagonal. But then you can do 3 flash shifts here after you get onto the platform and be on your merry way to Dairen. Alright, so now that we're back in Dairen, what we're going to immediately do is head towards the right and press flash shift 3 times. Open the door, press flash shift 2 more times, morph, and then head towards this Emmy zone. Flash shift a couple times. There's no problem with it. Look at all this space. There's nothing stopping me from flash shifting all the way into this room. So probably shouldn't morph there, but it's fine. You can grapple this magnet over here, so that way we can not be in the Emmy's way, and activate this pressure pad so that way the Emmy's not following you. Charge beam, flash shift again, flash shift again. A lot of flash shifting because it's so useful. 3 flash shifts. Once again, here we're going to do the same thing we did in Barenia, whereas we're going to jump, wall kick, hold for a second, and then you should be, oh, I missed, wall kick, hold for a second, and then you should be able to have the flash shift back, as well as be able to reach the ledge. and you can flash shift inside that room. This central unit is the most annoying central unit in the game. To this day, I don't have a strategy to beat him. I kind of just play him pretty casually, and you'll notice that here. But I just mash missiles, mash missiles, mash missiles. When this guy comes down that way, I jump, mash missiles, mash missiles. That's my strategy. I don't really have an optimal way of doing this. It's just hope. That's all I have is hope. So normally what we would used to do before is we would, after we broke the door plate, we would melee. We don't have to do that anymore. We have flash shift, so we don't have to melee anymore. So we can just exit out of the room with flash shift. Pretty cool. So I don't know why I showed that. I shouldn't have showed that. I don't know why I did this melee here. You can, it's an option. I mean, I don't think I should have showed that. So you have my apologies for this, but essentially, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe if you get used to it, you'll like the timing better or the angle better. But normally what I would do, I don't know, I also don't know why I jumped this far, but that's irrelevant. Normally what I would do instead of melee, well, no, I melee now. But normally what I would recommend if you're just starting out is to not melee there, but to stand right here. And if you stand right here, then you'll have more time to prepare for the Emmy while you shoot at its faceplate. I meleeed here. So what that does is that puts you at a little bit of a closer position to the Emmy, so that way the shots that you're firing get there just a little bit faster. So yeah. This one, the yellow Emmy, the speed Emmy, while probably the scariest in the casual playthrough, arguably, probably the wave Emmy is the scariest. The ice Emmy's not that fun either. All kind of scary, if I'm being honest. Is pretty simple to take down because it heads straight towards you at this angle, and it's not that bad. So, but I will say something about this Emmy to this day still messes me up. It's like, it takes deceptively, for me at least, compared to any other Emmy, and I've messed this one up more than any other Emmy. I always think the faceplate is broken, and it's not, and then I die. So for this one, if you're having trouble with that and having trouble with the timing, I would say just keep shooting until the Emmy stops and the faceplate breaks, because for me it's deceptive. Maybe not for everyone else, but that's just my experience with this Emmy in particular. That is essentially the speed booster Emmy. From here on out, we are pretty much have all of our main movement abilities in terms of going really fast. So yeah. So now that we have Speed Booster, the first thing that we are going to do is, you guessed it, we are going to use it. So we are going to spin fall to the left over here and charge up our Speed Booster so we have enough space to hit the walls. And then we are going to head towards this area. Now this might seem a little bit tricky. It's not as bad as it looks, I would say. Probably the hardest part would be like timing, or not like panicking and timing the slide right here, but it's not that bad. If you have trouble with the wall jumps, something I would say that Dread does that I don't think most other Metroid games do is that if you are having trouble with the wall kicks, then as you are, like, you don't have to time in like, oh, I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna go left, I'm gonna go right, you know, because that can kind of mess people up. So what Dread allows you to do is that when you are performing wall kicks, you can actually leave your control stick in a neutral position, and it'll, so I'm not holding the control stick right now, I'm just pressing B at the right time. And then when I get here, I press down, if that makes sense. So I'm not aiming, okay, I have to go right, I have to go left. I'm not doing that at this point. I'm just pressing B. So if you're having a little bit of trouble with the wall kicks, maybe that'll help. Maybe it won't. Just want to give a couple options for people because I know I struggled with it quite a bit. So yeah, so from here I stored a speed keep. This is something you don't have to do. This, I would say, maybe is an intermediate technique, but this one can go pretty fast and it can be kind of scary. So there's two options here. I have the speed keep, and I'll explain the speed keep first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wall kick off of here, and just like I did in Berenia and just like I did getting Speed Booster, I'm going to hold the B button a little longer than I normally would. So I'm going to basically do like a full wall kick, and then when I do that, I'll have enough height to then perform an instant spark. So what an instant spark is that when we press B and Y at the same time while we're in the air, Samus will not enter the spark animation. The really cool animation that she does, she will not enter it, and she will immediately do an instant shine spark. So this is important here because there's a ledge right here, and what ledges allow Samus to do is that it allows her to maintain her speed. So right when she hits the ledge, she's just gonna keep zooming. She's just gonna keep going. So there's that option. The next option you have, if you don't want to do the instant spark, is to literally just jump onto this ledge right here. So you can either wall kick onto this ledge. You might be able to full jump onto it from where you had the bomb blocks. Possibly, I'm not entirely sure, but I would probably just wall kick. If not, grab this ledge right here with and ledge hop while charging a speed booster. That is your other option. So there's two options there if you are not comfortable with an instant spark yet. But I just wanted to mention both because they are both viable. There's nothing wrong with either. And then what you're gonna do here is you're gonna store another shine spark. Press ZL, and then so this way you avoid the really cool animation we don't get to watch because apparently it's slower. So we're gonna press ZL and do a ball spark and head upwards and grab this E-Tank. This is gonna be the last E-Tank I grab in the game, but it doesn't have to be the last E-Tank you grab in the game. I'll show a couple more later on that you can grab that are options, but this is gonna be the last E-Tank that I do show in the guide. So yeah, grapple onto that magnet. Something interesting here that you can do that some movement I'm taking for granted because I'm so used to seeing is that you are going to wall kick, flash shift into the wall, and then do another wall kick. So that way you have enough height to head onto this ledge instead of coming up all the way here and breaking this blob and essentially going around. So yeah. And then do another speed booster. This one's not that difficult. Looks cool though. It's really fun, in my opinion. So we're gonna do that, head all the way up here, and do a couple more flash shifts. And then we're going to head towards Ferenia, where we're going to meet a boss, and we're going to skip pretty much all the story in the game by pressing plus and minus because they're cutscenes. What we're going to do is we are going to flash shift outside of this door, and then wall kick, flash shift onto this ledge, so that way we avoid swinging on this grapple thing over here. So we just avoid all of that. Jump out of the ledge onto this magnet, jump from the magnet right here, and head into the tunnel. Nothing too fancy at all. So here is a little bit annoying. So once you get out of the tunnel, you're going to jump, avoid this enemy, and then right here is a little bit annoying. You kind of jump a little bit high, so that way you avoid the pressure pad, but you also kind of want to hit this little ledge right here, or sorry, this little overhang. I don't really know what that's called. Right there, so that way it kind of stops Samus from going too far, so that way she will end up right on this platform, because if you just go straight, you'll end up in the water and you just have to get out of it, and it's a little bit annoying. It's not too bad, but it's just something that you can do. And then you're gonna destroy those enemies with some missiles, grapple, and head over here. Jump, missile, flash shift, and slide. So this boss, really annoying. Hate this boss with the passion of my heart to this day, and you'll see why in a couple seconds. I'll show the way that I do it to this day. There is a faster way. I'm not going to show that. I hate it. I'll learn it one day, but today's not that day. So what I normally do is I head all the way to the left and wait for this enemy to start. Don't tell me okay, I didn't do the fast way or the semi-fast way. There's like a slow way, a semi-fast way, and a fast way. But I'm gonna show this way, which is still consistent. And it's not bad. So once this enemy starts an attacking move, I'll jump over it and I'll activate speed booster. And so what we're going to do with this boss is that we are going to store 2 shine sparks and take him down in 2 hits, because each shine spark does about half of the enemy's health. So 2 will take this robot out. And so we're going to start this speed keep, and we're going to store. And the reason I hate this so much is because the camera is not helpful to the distance you need to store a shine spark. So I'm right at the wall right now. So what's really important about this about this store is getting the timing down for when you can store a shine spark. That is the most important part of all of this, and it can be pretty difficult and it can be rather annoying, and the camera just does not help at all. So this boss is quite annoying because of that. So after that, I store the shine spark. I will melee, and then press B. If you melee and press B, you can avoid, once again, the animation for the speed keep. So you'll just save, I don't know, a second or 2 just on that. So because you're not looking at the animation, and she does pretty much an almost instant spark. I'll head up towards this way. If he shoots those that attack, just go into a morph ball. And then, as you can see, I have trouble. I actually missed a spark here because the camera I just missed. But again, when he does his attack, store the shine spark, and ta-da, he's down. So that one can be a little bit hard, a little bit annoying, but it is the timing you'll have to start to feel out more than anything. But that is it for today. Quite a bit, I would say, we came all the way from, we started in Berenia and now we're in Ferenia. After going to Diamond and getting the speed booster, now we just, got through probably some of the most story intensive parts in the game that we skipped with plus and minus. But yeah. So that's it for today. Once again, my name is Root. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video where we go over Studer missiles. Bye bye.